one's not 40 pounds. Okay guys, like promised, we read our comments, and so today we're gonna do a different video about tortoises. And you know what? We're gonna do different videos every single time, so all you gotta do if you wanna see something is comment down below, tell us what would be a cool video, what you wanna see.
Yeah.
So get ready, here we go.
Here we go. So we're going to start with this guy.
Yeah, it's a radiated tortoise.
Radiated tortoise. You said it's very rare.
Very rare. They're actually endangered species. They come from Madagascar. And they get pretty good size. They'll actually get as large as this yellowfoot tortoise right here. Maybe a little bit bigger. But here's the funny part. Whoa, we got, it's raining.
Oh, he just peed a little.
Uh-oh. Be careful, we don't want to get demonetized. Anyway, so this guy here will get about that size, and you can see why they're called radiated tortoises, because they got this incredible shell. Funny thing is, there was just all over the internet how these Chinese guys had went into Madagascar and gathered all the radiated tortoises, a whole bunch of them up, to smuggle them out. They had all these rare tortoises, super endangered.
Oh, wow.
And a foundation went in there to help divide them back up, try to get them. But the problem is they can't really let them go because they've been in captivity, kept funny.
Right.
And so it's kind of crazy. So they're Appendix 1 endangered. And you never want to, you can't even take them across state lines. So we live in California, so this guy had to come from a permit holder in California, and he can't leave California. Pretty crazy, right?
California born and raised.
Good question for you. How many animals do you know that come from Madagascar? The most common one is, I want to do it. What am I talking about?
Oh, the movie Madagascar?
Yeah, remember? That was a lemur. But anyway, these are the hidden secrets of Madagascar. Really beautiful tortoise, right?
Yeah,
so
it's amazing.
They're really incredible.
Awesome.
And speaking of incredible, I had this tortoise in my hand. This is actually kind of special. It's something that I've always wanted to own. So a yellowfoot tortoise gets about this size as an adult. But this yellowfoot tortoise comes from the Great Basin of the Amazon. It's actually one of the larger tortoises in the world. Galapagos tortoises, of course, come from not very far away from this guy. This is actually the second largest tortoise from South America, and they get up to about 150, 160 pounds.
And how much does he weigh right now?
Maybe 15. So he's got a long ways to grow. It's one of them things that people talked about, these giant yellowfoot tortoises, but nobody could ever get one. And bam, all of a sudden, about 10 years into me collecting animals and stuff, all of a sudden they became available. And I was like, when I actually imported this animal, I wanted pictures of the adult breeding stock. And they were like these giant yellowfoot tortoises.
Oh my gosh.
I was so excited because I finally found, a tortoise that I wanted for years. I mean, literally like 10 or 15 years.
Wow.
Now it's just a matter of waiting for them to grow. They're really cool. They have
How old is he right now?
Well, the funny part is I don't know because he's wild caught.
Okay.
And that brings up a fun topic.
Yeah.
How do you tell old tortoises? Okay. I'm putting
something
on the spot.
something about their shell.
Right. So here's the funny part. So the internet, not the internet, but there's an old tale like a tree. I see all the.
Right. If you count the rings.
If you count the rings, but that's a tree, not a tortoise. Because what happens is with tortoises, they actually, every time they're growing, I purposely didn't scrub these off because it sometimes makes the cracks in between. We'll show you on some other tortoises. But as they grow, the cracks in between are growing constantly, and it leaves these little ridges. Now, wild-caught tortoises are very smooth. This was a wild-caught, technically not a wild-caught, it was on a farm, but it's still kind of smooth, so it wears the shell down real smooth. So this tortoise, I actually have no idea how old it is, but I'll bet it's an older tortoise than I would expect. Tortoises live to be a long time.
Yeah, they live forever.
Hundreds of years. Literally hundreds of years. So you can see on this one, you see that white line in between each one? That's the growth plates growing right there. And they're very beautiful. So these guys, like I say, this is from Madagascar. And while we're in Madagascar, let's talk about a cool African tortoise.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Okay guys, you gotta look at this. Kaye, come on. This wasn't part of the agreement.
He just missed you.
Oh my god, yeah, he just missed me.
That's disgusting.
We have an Endangered tortoise here. He is definitely over 40 pounds. Jay says that he is, but he's over 40.
He's probably more like 50. He's
like
growing
60.
so fast.
Growing
They get
so
up
fast.
they get like 800 pounds, and they're the second largest tortoise in the world. But
Yeah.
that's to be debated. It depends if you're a Galat person or an Aldabra person.
So he's from the Seychelles Islands,
Yeah.
off of the coast of Madagascar. Oh.
Look at this, you guys. It's leak. It's got a leak. What are you doing to my tortoises?
I'm making them really relaxed. So they're all just like, oh, now it's time to use the restroom. This baby is 3 years old and gets to be over 800 pounds in size.
This one's just lost 5 pounds.
He just lost 5 pounds. He like had his laxatives or something. He lived to be over 200 years, and these are actually one of the biggest tortoises.
He's leaking everywhere. Look at the floor. I'm gonna have to get a mop and a shovel.
The way to differentiate this tortoise from a Galapagos tortoise is his nose. If you look, there's like a little bit of a hook on his nose.
Whoop.
So that way you can tell that he's an Aldabra.
See, he's kind of like got a Roman nose. See, he's got hooks down and kind of pointy and hooks down. A Galapagos, literally, it took me a long time to really be able to tell the difference. Yeah, because when you see him, it's just that like a little bit of difference looking. I mean, it's kind of funny, but it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome. He's a big guy.
I think you're probably right. He weighs more like 50 pounds.
Yeah.
48 now.
48 now.
48, 'cause, wow. The weird part
He's
about
been,
it,
like peeing a lot.
it doesn't seem, well, he did a lot more than pee. He's living here at the reptile zoo, and he's really, really cool tortoise. What are we gonna do the next one on?
I don't know, anyone.
Anyone. Okay, let's pick another cool one. We got
You
a
wanna
lot of
set
cool
him back
tortoises. Yeah, let's go ahead and set them back in. Now, if you're wondering, we don't keep these together. They're just running around together so we can make a cool video. There we go. How about a cute little one?
Yay! Hopefully this one won't poop either. Are you going to?
That's an African Spur-Thighed tortoise. Clean up on aisle 1! Clean up on aisle 1! Okay,
Thank
guys,
you, Jay.
don't forget. You guys didn't know I'm really just the janitor.
That's funny.
They just don't call the place, because if they find out I'm making YouTube videos here, I'm probably gonna get in trouble.
You get fired? Just kidding. Okay, so we have a Sulcata tortoise. Look, so cute. A baby Sulcata tortoise. And I've got 2 of them. So these guys grow up to be very, very big. Right now he's a baby.
I think we need to find out how big they really get.
Yeah, Jay's gonna show us how big they really get.
Come on, you're not gonna do it now? Oh, we get the camera and he quits doing it.
He was trying to walk.
He was going like this, swimming. He's got his 4-wheel cart. Oh, this one's not 40 pounds. So this, I'm showing you the bottom of him. So this is a male, he's concave. Most tortoises have a concave bottom. And this is about 3/4 growing. Oh,
Oh my gosh.
and he's still like 150 pounds. And the most amazing part about it is, we're not gonna do it, but I've seen kids sit on them and they ride around all day long, no problem, doesn't bother the tortoise at all.
Yeah, well, they're such strong animals. So,
They're very strong.
Heavy.
And they come from all over Africa. They dig real deep. They tunnel, make these giant tunnels, lay eggs way back in the tunnel. Little babies come out. It's really cool. You can see them. We're gonna grab that baby for you. Believe it or not, this is a 6-month-old one. And then, like I say, this isn't a big adult. It's just a good-sized male. The cool part is these guys lay like maybe 3 to 5 clutches a year. They lay them in the winter and they hatch in the spring, and they hatch through the beginning of the spring through early summer. Of course, they have to hatch when there's grass, right?
Yeah.
So where they come from, it gets really dry. They can eat dry. They can literally eat dry hay and they survive. They're amazing animals. They're very, very durable. And then people always ask, why they call it African Spur-Thighed tortoise? Well, look at their thighs. So a big giant lion decides they want to eat them, they're not going to have any luck, because look at this. So they got this giant shell, right? Show them their spurs on their back legs.
Oh yeah.
Come on, you're okay, you're okay.
Wow.
See, look at that. Big old spurs.
Wow.
So when they pull their feet in, they got nothing but fingernails and spurs. And then like I say, the males are concave to fit on the female for breeding. This guy needs to be cleaned up. But they eat a lot.
About how big are their clutch sizes?
Their clutch sizes can be anywhere from like 10 to 15 eggs to up to about 25. And like I say, 5 clutches a year sometimes if everything goes just right on. They have a lot of food and they do real well. This guy here is a cruiser, and we're gonna let him run around. So, what did you guys think? You think there's a lot of cool stuff or what? We have a whole bunch more tortoises you already just seen on this video. So we're gonna still make one more tortoise video, right?
Yeah, part 2.
Part 2. But we wanna know what other types of videos you wanna see, and Kay's gonna have a little different video, so you better check out her page
definitely.
too. So.
Awesome. Thanks, Jay.
Having fun. Comment below, and don't forget, subscribe. And don't forget, on top of that, to tell us really what you want to see next, because we're going to have a lot of cool stuff. So let's go look at some of the other ones.
Okay.
Don't forget, hers will be different.